Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. So my name is Bailey Brown and I've thought about doing this for like a super long time, but like I'm not a guru by any means. But I don't know, I've been stressed lately and I was kind of thinking maybe like this could be an outlet for me. Do I expect anyone to watch? No, by no means do I expect that, but I don't know, I feel like it might be a way that I can express myself to myself. I don't know, gain some confidence in myself that I currently am lacking in. So, currently what you cannot see is that I just figured out is I left this big old piece. Like, are you kidding me? That's a monster piece. Yeah, out of these buns, so that's great. So a little bit about me. I am 21. I am going to Brigham Young University, Idaho. So I'm currently in Rexburg, Idaho, but next semester I will be going back home to Washington State. So Pacific Northwest, but like not gorgeous Seattle kind of area, what you're thinking about. It's more eastern. So it's more kind of like a desert vibe, agricultural, which I grew up on a farm. So I feel at home there. Obviously, because it's home. I'm going to school right now, pre-nursing. So it's easy, I can say that I've been super stressed. I'm gonna do a little makeup today, and by no means is this a tutorial, because I don't know, I wouldn't consider myself good, but, as you can see, I have pretty dang bad acne going on here. So I'm gonna cover all of that up and get all this figured out. So I moisturized, and what I used the Cetaphil moisturizer, and I love it. I swear by it. I've had the same container for so long because it lasts so long, and every night I like slather my face in it, and I wake up every morning and my face feels like supple, Love it. Totally recommend it. So I started with that as like a base, so my face feels pretty good. And then I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna mix Josie Moran, don't know how to say her name. Sorry, Josie. I'm gonna mix her Vibrancy foundation in shade Cosmic with my favorite foundation, which is the Born This Way by Too Faced in shade Porcelain. And the reason I'm gonna be mixing these is because it's the middle of winter, I'm in Rexburg, and there's literally like no sun. So I have turned a completely different color than what I usually am. So I'm gonna start by shaking these up. And then I'm gonna pour some on my hand. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, okay. Then I'm gonna mix them up, and I will warn you guys, like, this is still gonna be way too dark on me. Like, very dark. But that's okay. It'll work. It's not like I'm going anywhere. See, like, that color match? It's not doing me any favors. Just means we'll bronze out more. And then I'll dot that all over my face. Now, part of the reason that I break out so bad is because I am lactose intolerant, but I love dairy. Always will, always have. So, not backing off on that one, so that's why I've got super bad acne. And when I get really bad anxiety, I pick at my face, which is not a good habit. So just kind of rub that in, as obviously you all know. I will also warn you guys the editing on this is not gonna be A1. Why? Because I've never edited a video in my entire life. So I'm gonna try my best, but don't get your hopes up too high. So I have a lot of extra, but I see some spots where I could definitely use more. If y'all could see this setup right now, oh my gosh. So, I am using, I don't know if you guys have, everyone has heard about, there's a lot called I have a happy light. So basically what it is it helps me get the nutrients I need from the sun that I miss out on, so that I don't get seasonal disorder, which makes me really depressed. It's really cool. I would totally recommend it. I can totally tell a difference. Is my neck a completely different color right now? Yes. It's hugely different. But that's okay. that's okay. So I'm gonna shut those real quick. And then I'm gonna go in with my favorite concealer, but it's everyone's favorite concealer. It's the Sharp Shape Tape, and I'm gonna be using the shade Light. And I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna try to cover most of this acne, which is a lot. And then I'm gonna dot it under here, put it on my nose, put a little right here, right there. Now, what I really like to do on like the really bad acne, I actually don't use my sponge. I use my finger. I feel like that helps a lot to place it, set it in place more. So I would recommend that. So my skin type is oily. Like, it's not combination, it's just oily. And it's very oily. But over the years, like getting older, my skin definitely has tamed down, especially taking care of it more. When I was in junior high, I really did not take care of my skin like at all. So that definitely took a toll. Like, I never moisturized, and that's why I think like the biggest part of why my skin was so oily was because it needed the oil, so it would, like, you know, do its thing. But that was not good for me. So ever since I've started like moisturizing, it's still oily, don't get me wrong, but it's way less oily. So I'm gonna use my Laura Mercier powder. I love this stuff. It really helps when I'm baking. It kind of soaks up all that oil, which I definitely need. Now, my oiliest spot, like most people, is on my nose. Like, that baby will collect oil. So what I do is I put a lot on there. Kinda, sorry, do one of these. Now, if anyone is watching this, feel free to subscribe, obviously, but I also have a Twitter and an Instagram. My Twitter is the Bale Brown. Is it? I think it is. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'll try to figure out, or I'll put it in the description. And then my Instagram is Bale Brown Town, because obviously my name's Bailey, and my last name's Brown. So, hence Pale Brown Town. Kind of just get all this out of the cap because I was pouring it into the cap. Now, with my other ones, I've always taken this out with a pair of tweezers so that I could just dip the sponge directly into it. But with that, I realized that I was using like a ton of product, and so I kind of stopped doing that, kind of edged myself away from that, which, okay. So, the eyelid lid primer I use is the Anastasia, and it's just like this little crayon pro pencil eyeshadow primer color corrector, and this is the most underrated product ever. I love it. So what I do, so that it doesn't drag too bad on my eyelids, I warm it up on my hand. It takes a little bit, but I don't know, it's worth it, and it'll still drag a little bit, but not bad. So I'll put this all over the lid, and if you didn't notice, which I guarantee you did, I have basically no lid space, which I've always been jealous of girls that have lid space. Always been so jealous. I wish I had all the lid space in the world, but I obviously do not. So, I work with what I got, which isn't much. Okay, once I get that placed, I go into my eyeshadow palettes, and I like to set that down on the ground. Set it with a neutral color, so usually something like my skin tone. And today, one of the palettes I'll be using is the Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, and this is an amazing palette. She really did a good thing with this one. So I'm going to open that up, and I'm gonna get a brush, like just a fluffy brush like this. It's just one of those really cheap brushes that you get in like a pack. So I'm going to use, for neutral shade, I will be using this color in the palette. You can't really see, but I'm gonna be using that. And I'm gonna place that all over my eyelid. And the reason I use a fluffy brush is because I don't want it like packed on there, because obviously it's not the same color as my eye, but I do want it to set it. Otherwise, I feel like my other colors will blend in too much. Okay, and then I'm gonna get a little brush. Shifted you a little there. And this one is from the Naked 3 palette. So it's by Urban Decay. I really like these brushes. I really like them. So I'm gonna take, what do I want to do today? How about we do more of a fall look? So I'm gonna go in with this reddish shade right here. And with my eyes, I have to be very careful not to use too much because they're so small. I don't want to like make them look smaller than they already are, you know? I say that, but then I say that as I'm adding a ton, you know? And then I take that same fluffy brush and I blend that out. I'm gonna smoke it out. I kind of flick it this way so that it doesn't close up my eyes. See? Now this side obviously has way more product than the other eye, so I will add more to the other side to even it out. Sorry if I'm like talking too quiet. I have roommates, obviously, as a college student, so I don't want to. Sorry about that. I don't want to disrupt them, so I'm not talking too loud. have that laid down, I'm gonna add a little more to this side, like I said earlier. So, I've noticed with my eyes, they're hooded and they're smaller. It's really hard for me to do eyeliner. I've always struggled with it. So if today it doesn't look good, just know it never looks good. Let's add a darker brown to the outside. So the color that I'm gonna go with is gonna be this darker brown right here. And I'm just gonna put that like in the inner corner and the crease. Like I don't wanna move this too far, because I don't wanna get rid of that red. I think it's really pretty. Set that down, then I use a blending brush. I really like this technique of putting it on with a denser brush and then using a blending brush. I feel like I can blend stuff together better that way. Oh, so this is a Jeffree Star mirror. I love it so much. I would totally recommend it. The glass is pretty clear. Like, it's like the mirror, obviously. It is pretty high quality. I appreciate that. So, I'm gonna use a darker color. So, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use probably that color, as I'm digging my nail into another color. Wow. You can tell I'm pretty good at this. So, I hate turning away. Just like a little bit. Like that. Barely touch it. Okay. If you can't tell, this palette is pretty pigmented. Really like that. So I'm not gonna do all matte with this look. I'm definitely gonna do a shimmer on the inside. Because even though it won't show too much because my eyes cover it, I'll know it's there. So I'm gonna get a different brush, like a kind of a packing brush, if you will. Which one do I want to use? So I'm gonna use this brush. I think it's Urban Decay. Yeah, it's Urban Decay. So I'm gonna go, since I'm kind of doing the reddish look, I'm gonna go in with the color I dug my nail in, right here. That hurt. Oh, that's right on my knee. So I'm gonna go in with that color and pack that baby on. Now I don't want to put it too far into that brown, like the blackish brown, because I want that to show through. So we'll just end up blending those together. Now you may be wondering if I'm going anywhere after this. No, I'm not. I'm literally gonna stay in this apartment. I'm probably gonna wipe this makeup off even before I leave my room. If I'm being really honest. Okay. Okay. So it looks like this so far. And I'm gonna blend that in with the darker color, otherwise it'll look like not blended, and that's not what I'm going for. There are some looks that look good not blended, but I'm a blending girl. So something else kind of cool that I'm like super excited about. So after high school, like in high school, I was on a competitive cheer team, which was super fun. Like I loved it. It was super fun. But So I was always active, and I was working on my dad's farm, and he kept me busy. I was really busy. But after that, I kind of let go of myself and, did that whole freshman 15 thing. So I didn't even notice I was doing it. I'm going to highlight the brow bone. I didn't even notice I was doing it. I thought I was doing fine, and I wasn't. And my health was kind of getting in the way because I have bad knees. I've always had bad knees. I have a bad back because I broke it in high school cheering. And my knees were getting so bad, and I knew a big reason for that was because I was overweight, and so there was too much pressure on my knees. So I needed to fix that. So I started working on myself. I started working out, and I don't know, it was pretty quick. I went to the doctor, and he helped me because turns out I had a genetic mutation. So basically what would happen was I'd eat food, and my nutrients wouldn't stick. Like, my body would take in the stuff from my food that wasn't good, and it would kick out the nutrients. And the older I get, the worse that gets. So he put me on a supplement, and with that and dieting, that I've lost 50 pounds, and it's been 9 months. 9 months. So I'm super proud of myself, and I'm super proud that I was able to kind of swallow my pride and realize that I needed to go to the doctor. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it. I didn't think there was anything wrong with me, but obviously there was. So I'm gonna do just a little liner. Sorry, I can't talk while I do this. So I got that all figured out. I've been working out. I've been dieting. I'm sorry, like, you can't see me do this, but I'm doing it. I've been working out. I've been dieting. So you're kidding me. You're kidding me. You are look at that. You're kidding me. You're kidding me right now. You are kidding me. Let's get this. Let's just place more of that red smoke over it. I have really bad depression, hence the happy light. But I never thought it was depression. Like, I always thought it was just normal, that everyone had that everyone had to deal with that. And that's not the case. So if you are struggling and you think maybe you have depression, even if it's just like a hunch, go see a doctor. My whole life has changed so dramatically ever since I got this figured out. Ever since I spoke out about it, I got a therapist, and that has helped so much. You wouldn't even believe. But I don't know. I would totally recommend that, especially like struggling with it throughout my whole life and seeing the change. There was a lot that I thought was normal, that everyone kind of struggled with, like the thoughts that I would have, and I was a really bad emotional eater. I would binge all the time, and it was really bad, but those thoughts aren't always normal, and the thoughts that I had on a daily basis weren't normal, and they were unhealthy. So I think it's really important to get that kind of thing figured out. Would recommend. Okay, now I'm gonna wait for my mascara, and I'm gonna move straight to my face. Now, I know a lot of people like sweep this off their face, but I kind of move it around like it's translucent powder. My face is oily. I can use it. So I'm gonna go in with the MAC Studio Fix and just place that all over my face. Because oily. And the parts that I didn't put the translucent powder on, they still need to be set. So next, I like to use bronzer and then contour. So what I'll do is, I really like this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. Take that and just sweep it. It's not as precise nearly as contouring. Just kind of get that on there. Get your forehead, especially me, because I've got a big forehead. And then I like to just take this big brush and run it on the side of my nose. I don't like to be too precise on it, because I honestly really don't like contouring my nose. And then what I'm gonna do is, okay, so it's the California blush by Benefit, but my dog chewed on it, like just the top. That's my nail stuff, but she just chewed the top off of the cardboard. So it looks a little rough around the edges, but I promise it's not. So I like to put my blush on. Seems kind of bright right now, I know. And then I like to go in and contour. And this is just a Real Techniques brush. And to contour, my favorite contouring palette is the Shade and Light by Kat Von D. And I use the middle shade right here. So I'm going to put that right there and right there. Okay, so I've got that on, and then I use this brush to kind of just push that around a little, being gentle. And then I go over it just with this, sorry about that, just with the big fluffy brush. Yeah. So then I go with the big fluffy brush and go back into this, go over the top of that. I'm a blush girl, love blush, So have that down, and then I go back with my MAC Fix Plus Studio Fix powder, put that over it. Okay. Put that over it, and then for my favorite part, highlighter, of course. Now what I'm going to use today, sorry about my amazing background, I'm going to use this Jaclyn Hill Becca palette, and they don't sell this anymore. I bought this when I was very poor, and I probably shouldn't have bought this, but I did. And it looks like this, excuse the dirty mirror, and the colors, so this shade is called Rosé Spritz, is that right? Yes. This is Amaretto, and then this is Pamplemousse. And then the two colors down here, this is Champagne Pop and Prosecco Pop. The very popular highlighters. I don't think they sell Prosecco Pop anymore. I think that was just a limited edition shade. But I'm going to use this Morphe M510, and I'm going to go into both of those highlight shades. Love it, love it, love it. Go up a little bit. Okay, so I went into those, and now I'm also going to throw another highlighter on there real quick, because I love mixing shades, making my own. This is the Jeffree Star Cosmetics Peach Goddess. I love this color. I have a friend, she's got a deeper complexion, and she uses this, and it still looks really good on her, too. my gel out. Oh, there it is. Okay, so with my eyebrows, I wish I could show you guys my transformation. So my eyebrows used to be super, super thin, and they're still kind of thin, but I've been treating them a lot better. Okay, sorry. My phone complained that I didn't have enough storage. Because yes, I am using my phone. Poor college student. So I've been treating my eyebrows a lot better, like barely touching them. Sometimes I don't even use gel, just because, but, I don't know, they've been filling out a lot better because I've been treating them better. Then I'm going to go in with my mascara, which I use the Bad Gal Bang. This mascara is literally a game changer. Like, I love it so much. So much. I used to wear falsies a lot, but I don't anymore. Because, one, that's a lot of effort, and two, just like, I only do it for special occasions now. I ain't got no one to impress, you know. Except myself, that's why I do any of this. Okay, let's get this on there. Geez, getting up close though, I need to reshape my eyebrows. Give them a little pick-me-up. Okay. Then you have to check if one eye looks bigger than the other, and this one looks way bigger. So I'm going to add more. Do the bottom. This still looks way bigger. Okay, we're gonna figure this out. I'm gonna add more mascara, and if it comes to it, I will just try to fix the eyeliner or something. Because I think it's the eyeliner. I did warn you about the eyeliner. Is that better? No. No, that's... Oh my gosh. Well, I warned you. Yeah, I'll have to fix that. Yeah, I'll have to fix that. Let me wait until that dries to fix it though. So I'm gonna move on to lips then. I've got this Jeffree Star Velour lip scrub, and it's in the flavor, love saying that, flavor, orange soda. So good. Like, I don't get how it literally tastes like orange soda, but it does. It's so good. That's good stuff. Gross, maybe. Am I gonna do it still? Yes. So, going into lips, I kind of want to do, like, bold lip, bold eye. So I could either do, like, a bright red moment to kind of bring out the red in my eyes, or, I don't know, this is really stupid, but I might go purple. Is that bad? Yeah, purple and red. That is kind of bad. Okay, I'm gonna go in, ooh, or should I go with, ooh, yeah, I'm gonna go in with Jeffree Star Cosmetics Designer Blood. It's like a burgundy kind of color. It's like unicorn blood, but it has flecks of, what is it called, mica in it? I don't know. I'm not a genius. Yeah, I think that was a good choice. Wait for that baby to dry down. Yeah. Okay, let's try to figure out this eye situation that's going on here. It's not like that. Yeah, it's bad. I think my eyes are just two way different shapes. You know, that's okay. That's fine. So then I'm gonna go in with my Mario Badescu. Is that how you say it? That's how I've been saying it, so that's how I'm gonna keep saying it. But the Mario Badescu. 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 I don't know. I'm gonna go in with that. And then, without trying to make a lot of facial movements, I'm gonna dry it off with this mirror as a fan. Sweet. I feel refreshed. So, I think I'm finished up here. Give you like a close-up. Even though this video has very bad quality. And I don't want to hear nobody commenting on how my neck is a completely different color, because I know. But I don't know. This is without the light. Definitely, if you are watching this, let me know. I think it was better with the light, just because. Maybe not. I don't know. Let me know. I feel like with the light, you got a lot more detail. Maybe not. I don't know. If anyone's watching this, just let me know. Okay, I think that's about it. So, for my first YouTube video, I don't know if this was any good, but I'm gonna upload it anyway. We're gonna try it. We're gonna see where it goes. Okay, well, thank you for watching, even though this was a big old train wreck. Okay, thank you so much. Bye.